paddling about 2K on this lake, and then we're into the river, no more lake. Really excited to see what the Seal River has in store for us. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful and is one of the most wild and just in general epic rivers in the Canadian wilderness. It's a Canadian heritage river because of the rich First Nations history on it, because of explorer Samuel Hearne, who used it to try to access the interior, then in the North Seal trying to get to the Arctic coast. Just a really special river, and we're gonna witness the full bore of it because it's a big drop, fast flowing, really wide river, serious whitewater, and we have very high water. So kind of nervous going into it because of some of the rapids, but also excited to get into it and see what it has in store. Right.
Granola with berries and added dried blueberries. Bacon. Some people probably have the time to warm this up. Not us. I brought vitamins. Specifically since we're not getting any veg out here.
I don't believe in vitamins.
Some vegetables in the freeze-dried meals, but not exactly getting a lot of veg.
Well, we have reached a milestone on this trip here, and that milestone is the day that your mess kit bag fits in your food barrel. Milestone obtained! Took me a while to get my maps organized. We also have laminated photocopies of Hap Wilson's notes from his book Rivers of Manitoba that covers the Seal River. Up till this point we've pretty much had no notes, but now we do, so this makes a big difference because there's little descriptions on the rapids rather than just bars on the map or unmarked rapids, so you kind of have more of an idea of what you're going to be faced with, so there's less guesswork. Usually means you can travel a little faster, and I've gone and written those notes on my topographic maps as well. I think now is the time to basically load up the boats and start paddling and onto another stage of this trip. Getting more and more beautiful, epic camping, beautiful Eskers. Really cool experience paddling this lake. We had some amazing weather and evening last night, and today shouldn't be too crazy. You know, there's definitely going to be rapids, and with this really high water, we don't even know if those are even going to be manageable or not. We're going to still continue trying to do 32 kilometers a day so we can be at the mouth a little earlier. There is a cabin there, which is good because there's a lot of polar bears at the mouth. They start showing up in large numbers around now, so that's going to be interesting. This is going to be our last stretch of real lake paddling. Finding a little break from the waves behind this island as we head towards the mouth of the Seal. There's another place to camp there, but I think where we stayed is much better. This is definitely the Seal River, Ted. We made it to the Seal River.
We made it to the Seal River. We did it.
What a mission.
My shoulders blowing out, our backs are split, our asses are bloodied.
Balls are bloodied from black flies.
Good 450 kilometers. We made it. Pretty freaking cool.
Well, this is it. This is the Seal River, ladies and gents. We made it.
We have to travel now 235-ish kilometers all the way to Hudson Bay via the Seal River. Unbelievable waterways that we have here. Just amazing, really.
I mean, we came for it all, but this is really what we came for. It was the Seal River. It's supposed to be just spectacular. A seal! We just saw a seal! Well, that is crazy. It's called the Seal River, but we had no idea we'd see seals this far up. That's uncanny. Usually it's like, I've heard they come up 70 kilometers, but right up here in Shithani Lake, there are seals. Like, that's something I should be like reporting to wildlife officials or something. Checking this out, look at him.
And it's like, if they come up here, like, how far have they gone? That's so cool. It's like we're in this freshwater lake and there's seals here. So amazing. The moment we enter the Seal River from Shithani Lake, we're greeted by an actual seal that has swum 240 kilometers, about 237 kilometers upriver from Hudson's Bay, navigating up all the rapids and making it here. I mean, it is called the Seal River, but it's probably not common for them to be this far up. So cool. And then right at the same time, a bald eagle swooped down over it. And pretty cool morning thus far. It's nice to see some wildlife too, because I think because of the flooding, like all the shores and everything where we would typically be seeing moose and bear and you name it, are so flooded. We're not, they're like, the animals aren't out there, and so we're not getting that chance. Old trip report, people had seen like tons of moose and everything by this point. So anyway, nice overcast day, but warm.
Of course, this part of the river is the most challenging and advanced part of the whole trip, skill-wise, because of the advanced level whitewater that we'll be facing. First rapid coming up.
First rapid on the actual Seal River off of the South Seal. So now that we have this massive volume, it'll be interesting to see what the characteristics of this one are, because our river notes say class 1, ledge on left, stay right. When I'm not on the river, I'm able to continue fishing by using this awesome game, Fishing Clash. Caster out there, be patient. Strike, strike. Oh, hammer time. Oh, he's going for a run. He's going for a run. Oh, he's head shaking. He's head shaking. Oh, yeah! Black sea bass, baby. We're eating good tonight. Claim that puppy. Oh, look, there's a girl on the dock over there. What are you using? How deep are they? I'm gonna limit out. My favorite part of this is you can go all around the world and catch all kinds of different fish species. Look at this, even Arctic grayling. That's what we're targeting right now on the Seal River. Grayling! You can even go head to head with different fishers in different events every single week. Fishing Clash is free to download on Android or Apple iOS. Click the link in the description and don't forget to use coupon code FISHWITHTED to get a $20 value package for free to new players. Now to redeem this gift code, just follow these 3 steps. Click here, type in FISHWITHTED and claim.
It's gonna get you a 3-star rod, a Florida Pro fishing license, 50 luck power-ups, and 30 weight power-ups to get bigger fish in your boat, bigger fish on shore, sooner, faster, and easier, and level up. I put a link in the description, so head on over, download it from there, and get this on your phone so you can start fishing. Thank you to Fishing Class. Tight lines, everyone.
I was thinking because of the high water it might be a class 2, but it looks like maybe it's kind of washed out a bit. And the bypass on the right is easy. So essentially there just is no rapid because you can just like not go anywhere near it. So much for my theory of it being a class 2.
Look.
Hear him sniffing?
Yeah.
Well, we've officially now seen our 4th seal. Pretty cool. I did hear the fishing wasn't as good on this river. Maybe it's because all the seals are in here just pounding all the fish. But we're gonna stop off at a tributary called the Wolverine River. And we have some notes that say there's Arctic grayling fishing there. So we're gonna try our hand catching a few Arctic grayling, hopefully add a new species to the list for the trip, and get a couple of those in the pan because they're delicious eating. Really good fish that you only kind of catch in the north. Think we're gonna catch any?
Yeah, Hundo Peak.
We just paddled up this tributary, about 500 meters or so. And we're hoping to catch some grayling in here. Not even a bite!
Well, it is not a hot spot like some of the other spots we witnessed.
I haven't even got a bite, and Jim hasn't had a bite. Not a good sign.
No grayling at all. We had to paddle like a ways upriver. We're super excited. The tributaries are usually the best spots. Seals everywhere. Maybe the seals just picked at all the grayling here. Guys, hopefully the fishing will pick up.
It's sort of like flooded right up into that rapid, and maybe it's changed a bit of the dynamic of that rapid there, and I don't know, they're not holding there for some reason. It still looked like a good fishing spot. Kind of a fail. On about 13 kilometers today, just sort of lily dipping, just going along with the flow, so that's a welcome change. Oh, we're about to go down another rapid. Class 2, heavy, with lots of room to maneuver through rocks and swells. 1.5 kilometers long.
We gotta catch the eddy on the left. You gotta look to where you do want to go. Don't look to where you don't want to go, or else you automatically wind up there. Crazy volume in these rapids, wow.
That was fun. The smell of the water is so nice. Water's churning. There's this cold, beautiful, fresh water smell. Here we are at this Esker. That was fun.
Got something on here. Just fishing at the base of this rapids we ran. Oh, Grayling! Grayling! Yes! Grayling, baby! Look at that, what a beautiful looking fish. Pretty quick and easy. Just casting a MEPS number 2 XD. It's kind of heavy, so it's made to go a little deeper. You know, because it's actually a fairly deep little eddy here. And with the current, it doesn't hurt.
Are we camping here?
I guess so, yeah.
Or are we gonna go run the class 3?
I mean, we can, but if there's nowhere to camp until that island, like, won't we be just blasting through everything? You know, maybe we camp here and enjoy the hike and do a little more fishing.
Right.
So Ted and I have to make the decision whether we're gonna continue on down river or whether we're gonna camp here. We have done like, I don't know, 20K today. We're supposed to be doing much more. But the issue is that there's nowhere to camp downriver for quite a ways, and it's like 4:30 right now. So if we don't stay here, we're gonna have to deal with all kinds of rapids and really push for, you know, an additional 20K or more. We're pretty tired after the lakes and having maybe 11 hours sleep over the last 2 days and a lot of physical exertion. So we think we might do the hike and camp here and call it what would be probably the easiest day of the trip yet.
Yeah! Alright, new species, Arctic Grayling. It's a pretty nice one too. They don't get that big, but they're beautiful fish. Look at this fin they have. It's got all these colorful spots in it. Pretty cool. The landscape is changing as we go, and now we're noticing we feel like the water is clearer, and now there's the Arctic Grayling fish here. Just all of a sudden, you know, change from these pike and walleye and now grayling. So I'm not sure if we'll get into pike and walleye here or not, but these are delicious, and you know, we'll take them. So right on.
I'm looking up the hill and I see what looks like a huge pile of caribou antlers in a big mound, like obviously put there by a person. And that is really cool. I don't know what that is, if it's an old cache. I think we're gonna just decide to stay here.
This is unbelievable. Holy crow. Nice campsite, eh? Look at this pile of antlers.
What is this place? It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. This is cool.
Like another world, hey?
Yeah, look at this. Look at it. It's like a blowout. See how the wind's been blowing around the thing, almost like current? Look at this. It's like some sort of cache or something.
Look what's in the middle, though.
It's a skull?
No, a pole.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a cemented in pole.
So weird.
Like, so this is all here to mark that, I think.
Right.
What is that pole?
Right. Ooh, wild. Pretty old antlers, man.
Maybe it's it was like some sort of cairn that's marked with all these antlers so they can find it again. Maybe it's a core sample site, or maybe something to do with government potentially. Yeah, you see the mortar on the stones? I'm not sure how many caribou come through here anymore, but at one time the herds were a lot stronger and there's way more. But this would have been sort of where they migrated to in the winter. So if they're losing their antlers, these look like mostly male antlers. So before Christmas, like early December, I'm guessing, is when they'd come through here, and then they spend the summer on the barren lands north of the tree line, not too far from here. So they're migratory barren ground caribou. Really cool. I haven't seen one, but seen the evidence of them. But I think they are up on the tundra right now doing what caribou do.
Just an absolutely gorgeous place. Not camping like this where I'm from. Really amazing. All of a sudden we crossed over into the Seal River and we start seeing seals, and we're catching Arctic grayling. Like, wild. Very fascinating. Very amazing place, and what a freaking spectacular river. Look at this river behind me. Look at all of that water. Like, so beautiful. Jim and I are the only ones here. The only footprints here were a couple of moose tracks on the sand here. Pretty special, amazing wilderness that we're blessed to be able to visit right now and explore. So it's nice to take some time off the river as well. So like a couple of wilderness paparazzi, Jim and I are off on an Esker hike. And wow, is it ever freaking cool.
We're gonna write a song while we're out here, and maybe we'll win the Jim and I awards.
I give that dad joke the seal of approval. It's just a big pile of sand. Look,
What?
camel.
A camel?
Imagine there was a camel up there, just like,
It just trotted away.
like a couple of humps.
We'd just be like, no, no, no.
I'd be like, what was in that water? I already battled so far, I don't want to hike up these things. It's too big, it's too hot. Look at this view. Incredible. Maybe we gotta look at the next rapid that's supposedly so scary. Looks fine, just to run it down the right. Seems like the shores are getting more sparse, like the willows aren't so catastrophic.
Yeah. Remember when we were in Labrador and we just got to the coast and all of a sudden it was vastly different?
Yeah, man. What you got there?
Some kind of quartzite. Marble, maybe.
Cool.
Look, there's another one right beside it.
Uh-huh.
Blades. This is just out of this world, eh?
better way to explain the Esker and why it's just one pile of sand is that really it's like the river bottom. And so the river's flowing underneath this glacier, and the ice on either side keeps it in place from flowing out. And just over time, as this river rushes and rushes and the ice melts above, this pile of freaking sand and random rocks you're seeing and all that kind of stuff just builds up and builds up and builds up. And it gives you a kind of an idea of how big the freaking glaciers were. Like, look at how high up we are. And we're on top of what was a river bottom. And then the river would have been flowing along here like crazy underneath a kilometer of ice. And then either side of the ice holds the river in place. And then with time, just the sediment builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up to what we have here. And then, of course, when they melted, they just left this pile. And that's why it's also like fine ground and sort of surreal and kind of bizarre. It feels a little bit. And even with like little, you know, rocks, random rocks that look really out of place. So that's what it was. But yeah, very cool. And they're just everywhere here. Just awesome camping and amazing views. I'm surprised we haven't seen any moose or anything yet. Prints everywhere along here. Essentially, like, no matter where you look, on and on and on. It's just an animal highway. And the Dene used to use them as travel corridors because much easier than walking through the forest. And the caribou as well. So really cool. The height of this thing. Pretty wild, these rocks. Just looks like someone placed them here. Uh-huh. Very, very cool. It's hard to stop walking along it, even though it goes from miles. It's just so fascinating, and it feels like you're gonna find something or come across an animal. The animals definitely use it as a corridor, or probably use it to sight out and look down. There's wolf tracks, moose tracks, bear tracks, scat from all of them, and now our tracks. Was really spectacular. It's the sun setting and just gorgeous hike. So cool on this Esker, and to camp here. Easily one of the highlights of the trip so far. Grayling catching just down here in the eddy. What a freaking paradise this is. Just so nice. So nice. I'm glad we pulled over and didn't push on. And just took a little bit of time to actually slow down and enjoy what's around us a little bit. We're just gonna get some food cooked up and get our fish cooked up and enjoy the evening.
One full box each, so there's 3 meals each at KD.
Yummy. Just pick it right off the bones. You get all the meat. Really good. The Old Bay is a nice kick.
Wow, this is an awesome treat. Especially because we're kind of concerned because the first grayling spot we tried sucked. So we were getting worried. Ended up hammering a bunch. Pretty much right in front of where we were camping. It wasn't like a super productive spot, but more than enough for what we need.
Good.
Yeah, it's great, eh?
Well, it was a really fun day. Not as long on the water as other days, which was really welcome. Came across this absolutely gorgeous campsite. So cool. Went for a hike just along the Esker. It just feels so surreal. There's this pile of caribou antlers here. Caught some grayling in the eddy down here. Ran a rapid and saw like 5 or 7 seals. I can't remember. All the way 238 kilometers or so up the Seal River from Hudson's Bay. That was really cool. All the way up this fresh water. Really cool. And had a nice fish fry and a nice dinner. And you know, it's hard to go to sleep when it stays light so late and you're in such a beautiful place, but we need to crash. I guess the one downside of the day is that the bugs, oh my goodness, the bugs are just relentless. And now the black flies are out strong and they're like a whole other level. But that's the only downside. But another hot, beautiful day. Gorgeous sunset, and what a beautiful spot. I'm loving the Seal River, and we just got on it. It is picturesque. It is beautiful. So looking forward to the rest of it. Got some big rapids to run tomorrow and lots of action coming up in the whitewater category, and hopefully some more good fishing too. So looking forward till tomorrow.
Thanks for watching the video, everyone. Don't forget to go download Fishing Clash, links in the description, and start fishing.